Hey, guys, welcome back. And whoo, do we have another story for you guys? All right, so Sutton Strack is sharing what she's sorry for regarding the Erika drama. And also, we didn't know that she sustained her foot injury that we saw on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills at Kathy Hilton's house due to, well, we have all the details. Guys, if you haven't already, go ahead, smash that like button, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell because, well, you don't want to miss anything we have coming up. Now, with that, let's jump right in.
It's time for all your binge-worthy pop culture news. Welcome to Up and Adam.
All right, guys, so from what we're hearing, it looks like Sutton Strack has some regrets when it comes to her treatment of Erika Girardi. After giving Erika the third degree about the crimes she and her, I guess, soon-to-be ex-husband allegedly did, the crimes that they're accused of committing, Sutton revealed what she's sorry for. As for her castmates, Kyle Richards and Kathy Hilton, she also explains her foot problems. This is actually interesting, and I don't think any of us knew this. So we're going to jump into all of that. Here we go. I'm not sorry for what I did. I'm sorry for what I said. I'm not sorry for the questions that I asked, but I am sorry for the additional stress that I gave Erika. Sutton explained on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills after show. It looks like she's pretty much saying, look, I asked the right questions, but at the end of the day, I don't apologize for asking them. I just apologize for giving Erika Girardi additional stress when she was already stressed out to begin with. According to Sutton, she feels like Erika most likely came at her hard at Kathy Hilton's dinner party because she added extra stress to her already trying situation. Sutton said, I am sorry that my bringing the girls together and doing all of this gave her so much stress that she feels that she needs to attack me. Okay, this is like, listen, Sutton, we appreciate you for the kind of apology, but also we don't want you to apologize in the first place. We're here to praise you for asking the questions that all of the fans wanted to know. But she continued on with, I noticed that and I thought about that. I think on things a lot. I'm a very contemplative person. I seek out opinions from people who I really highly respect. I thought I've really maybe put this woman in undue stress and I don't want to live with that. Now, looking back, if you guys watched this past episode of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, when the women went to Del Mar, Kathy Hilton, she asked the women, or asked Sutton and Erika, listen, is there anything that you have to say, anything that you would like to apologize for? Now's your chance. And she said, kind of looking back on it, she was trying to do a good deed, but it didn't go so well. I don't want to put words in Kathy Hilton's mouth. This is exactly what Kathy said. I thought, I'm opening the door, I'm hosting this dinner, and I'm going to put you on the spot, and I'm going to give you the reins to this horse. Like, will you find it in your heart to forgive? Oh, we can tell Kathy is brand new to this group. But she said, and when Erika said no, I was kind of like, okay, I guess I probably shouldn't have brought that up. Yeah, Kathy, even a Hilton can't fix this situation. Now, while Erika did her best to answer the questions that she was faced with throughout season 11, Kyle could tell that she was getting to her breaking point with Sutton. Kyle said Erika was feeling frustrated having to talk about it so much. You're reading about it online. People are making comments about it on Instagram. And then she's with us and we're talking about it. You get to a point where, it seems like she's talking about it, but I don't think she wants to be. Also, during the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills after show, the women were talking about Sutton's latest foot injury, the foot injury that we saw on this past week's episode where her foot looked black and blue, and we can see Garcelle wheeling Sutton all over the place. None of us really knew what happened or why, and we were just thinking, okay, maybe this is something that she's just been dealing with, but it sounds like there's a lot more to the story. It sounds like really, if she wanted to, she could go after the Hiltons. I was shocked about all of this, but this is what was said. Kyle said with a laugh, I feel like Sutton has been in boots for 2 years. She did something where her feet were hurting and then like a statue fell on her leg at Kathy Hilton's house. I feel like she has always been in a boot, Kathy agreed. Oh, Kathy, I don't know if I would agree with that considering it happened at your house. But hold on, wait, there's more. In Sutton's own segment on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills after show, she did kind of joke and she said with a laugh, I am not going to sue Kathy Hilton. There was an incident at her home that resulted in an injury. I'm not going to sue Kathy or anything, but I was at her house at a dinner and a piece of her art fell on my leg. Kathy Hilton, no, you have to protect yourself and your assets. But she said, why do you have a huge statue on a wobbly table? Kathy said, I did hear about that. I think somebody knocked over the statue on her. Okay, Kathy. So now we're blaming Patrick over here? I don't think so. Guys, I guess looking into this, my biggest question is, will this feud between Erika and Sutton ever end? And will Erika ever forget Sutton? We saw a moment where Erika was talking to the cameras and she was telling the cast members, listen, I will remember who was with me and who was against me. And now, even though Sutton has not been against her, she's asked a lot of the questions that we've all wanted to know. So I don't think that it's necessarily fair to lop her off, especially when she was the one who offered Erika, well, I was about to say $1 million, but money. She offered Erika money to get through her divorce. And she even explained, listen, when I was going through a divorce, my attorney said to me, I hope you know someone who has enough money to help you get through this situation. You need to find someone with money that you can pay back. And she wanted to offer Erika the same thing. However, once all of the headlines came out from LA Times and every other publication in the world that was chiming in about Erika and Tom Girardi's legal drama, Sutton, she got a little bit of cold feet. There were red flags, and she was wanting to know the answers to these questions. And she also wanted the women to be a little bit skeptical themselves, because she's like, guys, this can definitely affect us. This isn't the first time we've heard about this. We've also heard Whitney Rose chime in on this from the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. And she even said, after watching the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, I was nervous because in my head, I'm thinking, oh shit, if this is affecting them this way and Lisa Rinna and other people are getting death threats, are we going to get death threats? I think this is a valid concern. Now, none of us know as to whether or not Erika and Sutton will eventually be friends in the end. I don't see it very likely, but what we do know is they will, regardless of how they both feel, be filming together at the end of October. They are picking up for season 12, and it doesn't look like, even if she doesn't like Sutton, it doesn't matter. Production is probably praising Sutton right now. They're probably like, yes, Sutton, you asked the questions that we needed to know. You asked the questions that the fans wanted to know. We are here for you, and we appreciate every thing that you did. Thank you so much. You and Garcelle are the MVPs. I could see it already. Although we know that Erika Girardi is claiming that the 4-part reunion that Andy Cohen announced on Jimmy Fallon is mostly because of her. Yeah, we get that. But also, fans don't want to see her on the show anymore. Fans are pissed off, and they're pretty much boycotting her the same way that they did Kelly Dodd. And look at where Kelly Dodd is today. She's doing a podcast. She's kicked off the Real Housewives of Orange County. And for Erika Girardi, after this whole legal scandal plays out, she could be in the same situation. So although this is her main source of income, we don't actually know what Erika Girardi's fate looks like. My question for you is, what do you think about Sutton Stracke chiming in and saying, she apologizes for not the questions she asked, but for adding extra stress to Erika's life? I think that's pretty noble and fair of her. And also, how do you feel about finding out that she actually got her foot hurt at Kathy Hilton's house, at the Hilton residence? Is this mind-blowing? I mean, if she sues Kathy Hilton, though, Sutton, you will not have a fan in me. I am a true Kathy Hilton stan over here, even though a lot of people would take that opportunity because they would know there is some money in the Hilton residence, and they can definitely make some money, because if a piece of art fell on her leg, well, but at the end of the day, go ahead and sue Kathy Hilton, because you will never be invited to another event in Beverly Hills again. And it sounds like her reputation, Sutton's reputation, and where she's going, what she's doing, what organizations and charities she's a part of, they're very important to her. So Kathy Hilton would not be the one to mess with. All right, guys, I've asked you all the questions to which I need all of the answers. So if you haven't already, go ahead, smash that like button, comment below. And before you go, don't forget to hit that notification bell, because, well, you don't want to miss anything we have coming up. Now, with that, also happy Sunday fun day, guys. If you're not having a happy Sunday, then I'm just sending you all of the positive vibes, but I hope you had a beautiful and great weekend. Don't forget tonight to watch 90 Day Fiancé, The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City and The Real Housewives of Potomac, because it's going to be one hell of a show. Until then, I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.